how we do our space impact.
Look him in the eye. No, look him in the eye. Look him in the eye.
So how do you think we change the drug issue in South Africa?
Not an issue.
What?
That's great.
Hey sir, what is poppin' Space Academy? It's your boy Lowk once again in the building, you know what I'm saying? And you can see that today, we have a Bachelor of Music in the building.
It's a big one.
Niggas who actually study this shit.
You understand?
You know what I'm saying?
Nicely.
Someone who's constantly pushing, you know, the evolution of the SA hip hop game. Not just the music, but also the culture itself. You get me? Yes, niggas, sir. We got Notbenjamin in the goddamn building. Make some noise.
Notbenjamin in the building. The 720 way. You nice,
the 720 way.
You understand?
How you feeling, my G?
Bro. Taking it easy, bro. You know, just putting in that work. It's, you know, Street Fest week right now, so I'm doing as much as I can. Yes, you know, but I'm good. How you feeling, bro?
I'm lovely, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's about time we lock this in. You know,
I know. I've been trying to come
busy, dog. Like the Bruce trying to put the pieces together. You know what I'm saying?
But I knew this week we have to operate.
For sure.
There's a lot happening, so we can chop it up nicely.
We're in the building, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I actually didn't ask. Like, do we have Notbenjamin or do we have finally Benjamin in the building?
I guess you got Notbenjamin right now, but by the end of the interview, you should know who Benjamin is.
Hopefully. We should know who Benjamin. Finally, we know Benjamin.
Finally, you'll know Benjamin.
You feel me?
Yeah,
that's what's up, bro. Nah, you know, speaking of you having a lot going on, you know, this week and everything, like you've been really busy this year, bro. You've been doing a whole lot. Yeah. And I want us to highlight all of that, you know?
Yeah, trying to do as much as I can.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But before we jump into that, you know, for those who don't know, even though they really should know who Benjamin is or have some idea, can you give us just a brief summary of who Notbenjamin is, where he comes from, and why he does what he does?
I mean, started with the music, you know, music producer from the jump.
Yeah.
Produced music, and I mean, before I was even producing, I was already trying to get into vocal things.
For real.
You know, but then I was like, my beats aren't hard enough. I don't know who makes hard beats. So I decided, let me make the hardest beats in the country.
Type shit.
And then I'm gonna hop on my own music. Yeah. So learning the hardest beats went into the realm of now learning music and music theory, ended up studying, got my degree of it. And now after that, I'm like, damn, let me actually do my own thing. I feel like I'm ready now. Yeah. So I'm finally Benjamin. Finally ready.
You finally Benjamin.
So I split up the brand as well, just so that it's clear to see what I hopped on, you know, which one's my vocals and what's my production. So production is Notbenjamin. Benjamin is vocals.
Yeah.
And it actually also started with DJing, bro. I've been DJing throughout all of it, you know, so.
DJ Benji.
Yeah, it was DJ Ben.
No, like, DJ Ben.
It was Benjamin. Benjamin. So some people might remember Benjamin, bro. Yeah. Then it became, now I'm just everywhere.
For real.
I know it.
For real. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
And now for you to take that step and actually want to study this shit, like what made you want to take it that far? Because a lot of niggas don't do the studying route, you know, they just really push what they pushing.
I suppose I just saw how much more there was to learn. There's so much to learn. And especially once I got into studying it for real, I started learning how much I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I really learned.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to go to a university. I thought I never was going to. I only started studying when I was 21. You know, it wasn't like straight out of high school. So I had gap years. I did this. I operated the game. I was already doing a lot. By the time I started studying, I was already in the game.
You were already inside.
So I was like, damn, like, why am I doing this to myself? It's just adding more on the plate. But I thought it would bring structure. But it actually brought a lot of information, you know. So now I really understand music, arrangements, all of those things. I learned a lot about piano because that's what I had to play day in, day out. So now I play the keys a lot. So changed my production, changed my sound. Well, it didn't change my sound. It just let me express my sound even further.
For real.
Know? Let me get deeper into it.
It opened your mind up to certain things that you didn't know before. For real.
And also music school's dope, you know, like shout out to Vitz. Like by the end of it, you know, I could turn it into my own experience.
Yeah.
By including the game into, like, for example, I wrote my thesis on Ricky Rick, you know.
Oh, that's crazy.
For example. So I could make it interesting for myself. And when I wrote my compositions for final year, I could like make symphonies that I would sample. You know, that sounds that I fuck with. So so I could make it my own. And I'm sure they're not used to seeing bros like me in vids. You know, they're like,
who this nigga now?
And they didn't give a fuck about what was going on outside. Like, I'd tell them, yo, I worked with this person, that
Oh, they really don't care, eh? They're like, guy, we hear you, but where your
Let's
grades
hear the
at?
keys, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it kept me motivated because every day I'm literally the dumbest person in the room. So it kept me like, I need to go hard
to learn this
in
shit.
music.
For real.
Yeah. So it's always been about the music, even though I do events and run a label and do a bunch of things in the business world. It's really always been about the music from the jump. Yeah.
And we'll get into the business world, you know, all this shit you've been doing, because you're doing a lot, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But you saying that you had got into the industry before going to study, right?
Yeah.
So when you went to go study, were there some people that were like, hey, that's not Benjamin over there?
Yeah. Or, like on campus, that would happen, especially by fourth year, by final year.
Yeah.
You know, like 4 years in there. And at that point, I was going off, bro. That's when I started Street Fest. That's when I started doing a whole lot more shit. I'm getting a phone call. Let me put my phone on airplane mode.
Nah, for sure.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Yo, there's a lot going on.
I feel you.
I forgot. I should put it on
the sponsor, boy. They want to know.
It literally was a sponsor. That's what's crazy. But it's cool. Nah, they'll understand. I'll call them in an hour.
For sure.
But yeah, though. What was the question again? Sorry.
I was saying like you going on campus and people recognizing that, okay, this is this nigga.
So yeah, they would see that shit. And especially by the end. But the whole time I was there, people probably saw me handing out flyers for Street Fest, pushing flyers, just chilling on the grass, meeting people, socializing, networking. You never know who you can meet there.
For real.
So that's why I really wanted to go to university. Like I thought I wasn't going to. I thought I missed it. I was 21.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's over. Let's go industry.
It's never
Nothing
too
else.
late.
Then I'm like, damn, actually, here's an opportunity.
For real.
And it came because someone told me about what's it called? It's kind of like a pre-course that you do that teaches you piano properly or whatever your instrument is. It's called
a prerequisite for the actual course. Type of thing.
So I thought I'd get into that, and then it's basically makes the degree 1 year longer. But then I did my audition, and I was already getting piano lessons.
Yeah.
And when I did my audition, I actually showed them my laptop and opened it and said, "Here's the drums, here's the bass for the backing track."
Yeah.
Then I played keys on top of that, so I can show them I'm a producer.
Yeah.
So I was being creative with how I got in, and I think they were surprised to see that, even though my playing wasn't great. But they were like, "Yo,
behind that though."
Yeah, it's called foundation course. That's what it's called. So when I played, like they were like, "Oh, dope, you got a backing track, but you're playing. Let's hear the next one." Yeah. Then I played the next one, and then they were like, "Yo, have you heard about foundation course?" And I'm like, "Put me there." But then when I got accepted, they said, "Yo, you've been accepted into first year." Okay. So I'm like, damn, I went straight into the deep end.
Yeah,
you know? And I think they could just see the work ethic or like the fact that I already had the theory a little bit from producing my own music and stuff. So I think they just trusted to put me into first year.
Yeah.
And the first couple of weeks in first year was them just taking people out. Like, nah, you're not good enough. Go to foundation
That's
course.
Crazy.
So every day I'm stressing like, yo,
you're like, you could be next.
I could be next. Like, for the first like 3 months. Yeah. And then after that, I just had to push for the next 4 years. Yeah. And now, we degreed up now.
Yes, you know? The boy degreed up, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
I also got my degree, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out. That's
degree boys in the building.
It's important. What you got?
Film and television, my brother.
Nicely. From Wits as well.
No, I went to open window.
Clean. Nah, that's fine. Film and television is the level, and especially for what you're doing here.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Incorporating that shit into the actual passion.
Exactly. So my degree is basically a Bachelor of Music degree. Yeah. Honors. Yeah, in piano and composition.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, so a different level, different worlds. No one cared about the hip hop realm that much, you know, until I started like, you know,
really
doing write-ups and shit. Like, cause even doing essays on hip hop shit, you don't find references and all that shit like they find. So it was something new. So I was mixing worlds. And that's what I'm about.
That's really dope, bro. And I saw like, I don't know if it was after or before the grad when you posted the graduation pics, right?
Yeah.
But you did like I think it's what you're talking about where you had to showcase your work. It looked like some orchestra type of
shit. Crazy. Composition. Yeah.
That's that composition shit.
And that was one of the first times I heard like my music played by really professional musicians. Like they were professional. And that was an exam, you know? So we had to make the music.
Does the school book those people for you?
Yeah.
And then you just have to put everything together?
Yeah, for your final year composition exam. Yeah. So you make the music. I actually wrote 3 parts, but only one of my parts. Then they decide which one's good enough actually for the final exam because with the audience and everything.
For real.
And they took one of my parts, even though I wrote 3 parts. So it's like meant to be like 15 minutes, like 20
much
minutes.
Longer.
Much longer. But then they're like, yo, this first section, use that and focus on that. And so that's what ended up coming out. And that was my first time hearing like professional. Like when you hear them play, you're like, damn.
It sound like this?
It doesn't sound like this on Ableton, on Logic. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, but so it's crazy. It was a dope experience, bro. And I want to do more of that, you know, incorporating real life shit into the music as
For
I grow.
real.
Yeah, but I mean, on my first project I released this year, Conversations with Myself by Benjamin, you know.
Sir.
Now, like that actually was just me, one man on production. There was no like instruments, there's no one else on mixing or mastering or recording or samples or
fully mixed, mastered, produced.
Fully, one
Benjamin.
man. Just me in the dark, you know, by myself, cooking up in the dungeon, you know. Yeah, so that's why it's called Conversations with Myself, between Notbenjamin and Benjamin, and between me and the world, etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just finally giving my perspective through the form of music, because it's been beats on beats.
I feel you.
So now it's time to get the vocals off and get my thoughts off, you know?
Yeah. And I wanted to touch on that, Vela, because like, you know, especially when niggas are known for production, let's say you're known for production, you know, and know for you to actually come out and say, look, I have a project actually coming up where I'm on the beats, I'm producing the beats, and I'm mixing, mastering everything.
Yeah.
What was it inside you that made you want to be like, look, I want to come out with a project on my own?
I suppose since the beginning, the plan was to make the craziest beats for me to hop on. Yeah. You know, that was
from the
always
beginning. This was the plan.
This was the plan. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I said earlier. Is like I wanted to go straight into the music thing. And in high school, I was even in a rap group called Kids with Guns, and there were a bunch of it. Like, and I was spitting there. I was gonna go deeper, but then I listened to my beats properly, like, and I was honest with myself, and I'm like, okay. Nah, these aren't hard enough. You know, let me go harder with the beats, focus on beats. I don't know any producers that make harder beats at the time. This is a while ago. So I said, let me make the hardest beats, or till I'm happy at least, and then I'll start recording again. But then I went down that rabbit hole because I started working with like Gator, Letabo Acid, Champagne 69, you know, J Marley. Those are like a lot of people at the time, and I was just going deeper and deeper into production, because now I'm mixing, now I'm mastering, I'm learning all those things. And I knew that it was going to benefit myself in the end. You know, that was always the plan. Yeah. So by the time I was studying music, I'm like, shit, I'm doing things I didn't even expect myself to be doing. Yeah. So I think it's time to like start working on my own shit. So Conversations with Myself, I started 2020.
Oh, so this has been in the works, you know? It's not just something that came out.
It's not random.
Yeah. This has been in the works.
It's been in the works, but like the rollout and how I chose to go about it obviously had some elements of randomness, just because we're operating. So now I want to drop this, I want to drop that, we shoot for this, doing the label, drop for this artist, that artist. So make the features work with my rollout, you know, all that type of shit. So, but at the end of the day, Conversations with Myself was actually the first song I made when I made the decision. It was lockdown. I was sitting in my room, damn, it's lockdown. I can't link up with Champagne 69 or whoever. I can't link up with Lucas or whoever. I have to sit here one man and just cook beats and send them out. Nah, I don't send beats. Let me cook my shit. This is the universe telling me I need to sit down.
This is your time now.
Fully, and just cook and focus on my sound, because I already have the tools now, from school, from recording niggas, from like cooking beats, from DJing. I got all the tools, you know? So now I need to actually like make my own shit, you know, instead of just building everyone else's shit. So at that point, literally the first song I made was Conversations with Myself. The title song.
For real.
Then I'm like, shit, this is a crazy song. I was like, this is the first song I made. Shit, let me make another one. I made another one the same day.
That actually, you know,
I was like, shit, this is the first song. Okay, then I'm like, made the next one. Every day I was making 2 songs at least. The vault is packed now. You know, now I'm just focused on trying to get it out, trying to work on the next project. You know, media, rollouts, all that shit. But yeah, bro. At that point, that switch happened in my brain. Just from the universe forcing me to stay inside. You know, and focus. So yeah.
And besides you working on your own project, you also been like, you know, doing a lot of collab projects. You know Before we get into that, let's actually get into 720 Records, right? So that's a label created by you. Okay. So now for
fully self-owned.
For you to take that decision and be like, look, I want to start a label and actually, you know, get some artists under this umbrella. What made you want to make that move?
A lot of the music was already being made, firstly. And I've been through situations where you make a lot of music and it doesn't come out. All those types of things. Because I'm not in control of that. So I wanted to become like in control of making sure if I'm going to work on something, can we actually make sure it comes out? You know, and be in control of that. So even while I was making Conversations with Myself, I was doing a deal with Sony, you know, and just a distribution deal. So simple distribution, straight up. And they gave it to me because I had Notbenjamin and Friends, that project. And they were like, shit, there's this many artists on one person's project. How did he get all these products? How did, so like, how, come for a meeting. Then we had and they don't do distribution deals. You know? There's only 2 other artists in the country with the distribution deal.
Okay.
2 other labels.
Yeah.
And I was the only artist. But now, after time, I'm like, yo, let's swap it into a record label.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and start with Benjamin. That's the first thing I dropped. Then it was Bello Salo. Then it was Shalati. Then it was Tifa Menzo.
Yeah.
Mani Badu.
Yeah.
Vegas Caesar.
Yeah.
And XXC Legacy last week Friday.
For sure.
So now everyone in the record label has dropped this year. You know. And I guess the decision came because I was already cooking with everyone, you know? And I was cooking. Then I said, let me actually make a structure to make sure it can come out, make sure we're in control, you know? And being the producer of the records as well as like the record label owner, 100%, like I'm not in a position to like fuck anyone over.
Yeah.
It starts off 50-50. You and I make a song, let's drop it through 720.
Yeah.
It's 50-50.
Okay.
Anything that's more than that, let's say it goes higher, 60 or 70, is because you get this, you get that, you get a video, you get
these
listening
benefits.
sessions, you get gigs, you come to Street Fest every time, you come to Underground every time.
You have a platform.
You got a platform, we're pushing, music videos, whatever. So it's those things, you know, that, but either way, it's fair from the jump. It's not like they're coming to me with their album finished.
Yeah, and then you're like, okay.
And then I'm like, yo, give me a percentage.
I need a cut of this. Yeah.
I was there throughout the whole thing, like from the day you started that project, you know? So being a part of the process makes it easier to just move organic.
I feel you.
To move freely.
Exactly.
I don't have anything on my guilty conscience or anything like that. I'm like, yo, everyone's happy in the label.
Yeah.
You know, and Back to the City even showed up. I got a gig for everyone in the label.
Yeah.
They asked me to curate a stage. I said, yo, let me rather put my record label on the stage.
That's what's up.
They already got big names.
That's
A-Reece
what's up.
is there. And let me put the label on. And got everyone in the label a gig. You know, Street Fest. So like, also record labels are supposed to provide those things.
For real,
When I look at the game, or I mean, just in general, a record label comes with services like producing the album, mixing, mastering, music videos,
everything from videos to
listening sessions, gigs, setting up your own shows so that you can push your album, you know? And I do all of that shit already. Yeah. Like myself. So now I do it for everyone as well. It's not just myself that benefits. It's like Street Fest is for the streets, you know, it's for the people,
real,
you know, Underground is for the underground, you know, Treetops is for the alt kids, you know, and I do lots of different types of things, and this was just easy to fit into it because I was already doing those things. So now I just had to put a structure to it, you know, discuss it, agree with artists, figure out who I want on the label, and it was really people I was already cooking with.
For real. This wasn't just like, you know, you shortlisting some people and be like, okay, it's people you've been moving with.
It happened organically. But I guess once I had the idea for the label properly, there were some people I was like, actually, let me develop.
I might need you on this.
Yeah, straight up.
I feel you.
But all of the music, self-produced and shit like that, it's part of the process for everything that comes through 720.
Yeah. So you'd sign me if I dropped a 16 or
shit. I mean, I gotta hear your music.
You gotta hear me drop a little.
Shit, we can organize something. I want to do like 720 tapes or something, you know, where I get lots of people, you know. But like I mean, it's not like hectic label deals. A lot of people are asking like, yo, how do I get signed? Can I pull up? You know? But it's really, it has to happen like organically. Because pretty much for me, whenever I release music from here on out, it's probably going to be through 720. So if you work with me, it's going to come through 720.
That's where the music is
Unless you got your own situation, then we figure it out. And
maybe we'll incorporate both our situations.
Both our situations, or it comes through yours. I'm happy however. But from my side, it's 720 for life. The whole way.
That's what's up, bro. Now, when it comes to you working with, for example, let's say artists like A-Reece, right?
Yeah.
You have some production credits on that.
Yeah.
So how do you go about working with artists like A-Reece? Like when you do get those credits, is it you guys locked in studio and you working on the project, or how does that?
Well, with Reece, I mean, it's different for each artist. Some people, and I prefer it to be in studio, you know, obviously. But with Reece, we actually met on the internet. Like I sent him a pack and he downloaded it, followed me back, said, yo, I heard that pack you sent through.
Yeah.
And I mean, he must have seen my name around before that, obviously, for him to download it. But when he heard the music, you know, it always comes back to the music. He was like, shit, yo, you crazy. And I think in that first pack I sent him, The Run was in there, you know, that beat. But I probably sent him about 5 more packs after that, you know. I send beats through his side because we also both busy brews, so like it's hard to link up sometimes. But yeah, the link up will happen properly where we like in studio locked in making a lot of music. We still need to have that zone. Yeah. But it's been internet shit and like it's the intro.
Yeah,
the run is like the intro on P2. So I'm like,
sir.
shit, this turned out amazing. You know, it's crazy. Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
But that's through, I mean, he has his own record label, you know,
Right.
Revenge Club Records. So that comes out through his shit. So he's like me. We like on independent
that
shit.
same type of movement.
Yeah.
I feel you. It makes sense like that.
Yeah, straight up.
And then, like, what is your creative process when it comes to, like, you know, cooking up or working on a project with other artists?
I mean, it's different with each artist, you know, but I prefer to just be in studio. That's really the main thing. Being in studio with the artist, you know, then I can cook anything.
Yeah.
You know, as long as we're there, we get the energy right.
Yeah.
You know, I'll probably start with the beat. They lay some, you know, vocals.
Yeah.
Figure it out from there.
You just build on it as you
Build
go.
on it. But it's different with every artist. You know, it's never like exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I prefer to be in studio.
With
I ain't
us.
trying to like send beats and shit.
then they just work on it.
Yeah. The only people I send beats to is literally like Reese
Yeah.
and like 2 or 3 other artists.
Yeah.
Send beats to Lots and Over Pounds the other day.
Yeah.
Send beats to Nasty C the other day.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I don't trust it. I can send beats and you don't know what happens.
Facts,
I
that's
send
the
it to
thing.
the States and now like, yo, I hear it on someone's project.
I
And
feel
how do you prove that it's yours, you know?
exactly, bro.
So you have to send beats to people you trust. You know, I've
be
never
like
been
that.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that shit could blow up for real. And now how do you really get your credit from that, you know?
Now you have to fight, disputes, get weird,
Yeah. All
Yeah.
that legal shit.
legal shit you
Yeah.
don't want.
I
Yeah.
feel you.
So straight up, being in person,
Mm.
it's the way. And the music is always better
Mm.
when you collaborate, when you got people in the room.
Yeah.
Nah, change that part. Actually, it's not the one.
Yeah.
You know?
It's- both sides
Yo,
can now
we should-
collaborate.
We should put some keys here.
You feel
You know,
me?
like that energy,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, you'll
Okay,
know when you have a
yeah.
good hit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I mean that's how most of my music has been made as Notbenjamin. It's all been like collaboration. You know, but now when I started my journey now as Benjamin, it's me one man
Yeah.
in the studio. So it's me getting off like what's really going on inside.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, making music that's most true to myself
For real.
without anyone's influence.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That shit will come. The collaboration on Benjamin's side is happening now through these collab projects. There's a feature on Vegas's project. It's a feature on Money's project, feature on XXC, feature on Tifa Menzo's.
Yeah.
So it's like the collaboration's happening now, but conversations with myself was literally just
That was
me
you
and
locked
myself.
in, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, for
Only.
real. It be like that.
Only,
I feel
only.
you.
No engineer, no
Nothing.
person telling me,
Nah.
change it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. And have you ever had a time where like you've cooked a beat and you're like, nah, this shit ain't hitting right?
Hell yeah. I mean, everybody has. Nobody just picked up anything and just started cooking on
Yeah.
fire, you know? First
Not
day.
every beat gonna be a hit.
Not every beat
Yeah.
gonna be a hit. Like, you get to a point where you know how to make everything fire,
Yeah.
you know? So I feel like I'm there now, you know? That's why, like, I don't need to sit at home cooking beats. you
Yeah.
know? I'm sitting at home planning Street Fest, sitting at home working on the label.
Yeah.
Then I get into studio with artists and I
Yeah.
cook the beat there.
Yeah.
Because I know I can make sure I'm happy with it
For real.
without being nervous about
Yeah.
anything going on in the room. Like,
Yeah.
I'm at that point where it's like I've studied this shit.
Yeah.
At this point,
for
you know?
real.
Even before I studied it, I felt like I'm already like
You were comfortable.
I'm inside. I'm
in that
comfortable
space.
in that space. I prefer it even
Yeah.
more than sitting alone
For real.
cooking beats for someone else. Like I won't be at home just making an Afro beats beat one man at 2 a.m. I don't know. I'm just like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather be in studio with the Afro beat artist
And then build
cooking
from
it
there.
up. Or maybe if someone like WizKid hits me up, yo, we want some beats. I'll be like, yo, I have a reason. Let me
Yeah.
do it. You know, then
Yeah.
I'll operate it.
For real.
But I won't just be like getting into other sounds and trying new things, you know, by myself,
Yeah.
unless it's on my own music.
For real.
Yeah.
Unless it's
Unless I'm
Benjamin.
like, yo, Benjamin's trying to make an Afro beat
For
song
real.
today.
Then let me do that.
Then let me do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
For sure.
real. Okay. Let's just quickly take it to a quick ad break. You know what I'm
Let's have
saying?
a break.
We'll be right back with more news on Street Fest
Yeah,
and
I'm getting
everything.
hot
the
as
boy
fuck
got.
too, man.
That's why I'm like, let's
I'm
take
like,
a
shit,
break,
bro. Shit.
And we need to take a quick break. It's hot as hell
Hot
in
as
here,
hell,
bro.
yeah.
We'll be right back. Yes, sir. And just like that, we're back from that ad break. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Masa Aqua. Big shout out to R-Leaf. Notbenjamin in
Yeah,
the
we
building.
needed this. It's hot as fuck.
We
I even had
needed
to take
it.
my
Shout
jacket
out Masa.
off.
We needed this water. No
Dog.
cap. It's hot as hell. You know what I'm
Dog,
saying?
I'm telling you.
But yeah, let's jump right back in. You know what I'm saying? Now, we all know that this weekend, you know, we got Street Fest.
Yes, sir.
Coming up, 2nd
Street Fest,
December.
number 10.
Street Fest 10. That's
10.
crazy.
Number 10.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, we're moving.
We're
It's
moving
motion.
for real. Yeah.
Non-stop, dog. The whole time.
Yeah. Before we get into the details, I actually want to know like the whole journey, right? I can only imagine that it was not an easy journey.
Yeah, it's
to
been
really
hectic.
build this thing. So
Been
like,
hectic.
how has the journey been for you?
I mean, luckily it happened organically, you know, eventing. I mean, it as a whole.
Yeah.
I was just been like cooking up with lots of these artists, making a lot of music.
Yeah.
You know, it always starts with the music every time. So because of that, it was easy to reach out to artists and ask, you know, to come perform, you know, work with them. Like, I mean, I make music for the artists and they like pull up like for me. So like it can happen lots of different ways. So throughout this journey, I've been making a lot of connections, been networking in new ways, finding new ways to collaborate with people, work with people, new ways to work with brands, all that shit. So I mean, the journey's been beautiful, and I still feel like I'm learning. It's the 10th Street Fest, but I still feel like, I'm figuring this shit out.
To unfold.
Yeah. We still need to do bigger things, you know, go further. So I'm still motivated. I mean, it's been 10, but it still feels like we're at the beginning. This was just like season 1.
I feel you.
You know, season 1.
Still beginning stages of this shit for real.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn, you know. There's more brands that need to hop on board. There's more there's more dots that need to connect. Yeah.
And now with this one, what details are you going to tell the people? What can they expect? Since
this
is number 10.
Dog.
This is number 10, nah?
Number 10, I wanted to make sure we get like a new headliner, but also a lot of headliners that we've had before. So let me open it up. I have to open the phone so I don't forget. We got Shane Eagle in the cut for the first time. He's never been to Street Fest, which is dope.
Yeah.
We got Pretty Ugly. He was headliner at number 6, I think.
Yeah.
Flame was headliner at number 7. So we got Flame in the cut. Marcus Harvey, he was headlining, I think, number 2.
Yeah.
I think, you know, got SBK. He was headlining number, I think, 3 with, or 4. I think, I can't remember.
About there.
Around there, you know. We got, you know, 720 shit, XXC Legacy. We got Money Badu, Bello Salo, you know, Benny Chill, Cash CPT, Crowned Young. Yeah, Crowned Young. Tough. The Koalas, you understand? We got Lo-Fi, La Cabra. We got Blue Papi and Sasti. Yeah. And they're going crazy right now. Sir. They're going very, very crazy. I dropped them this morning, announced. Got ZRI, I mean Zuri from PTA. He's crazy. Yeah, I had to make sure I got the pronunciation. Real. Marsh Pit Cindy, Tora Montana, Weatherman was a competition winner. Yeah. So I'm still putting people on, you know. I'll always be doing that.
That's what's up.
Then DJs, Uncle Party Time actually hit me up this morning, so we rocking something. What's up, Basement, Fee Money, Am I Ever Sober, That Shy Homie, Sean Brooklyn, Her Cut the Lights, you know, Official Shane. Notbenjamin, obviously holding it down the whole time. Come on, yeah. So it's packed, dog. We also got Tyson Cybertelli. Forgot to mention it, dog. There's too many to name, dog. Too many, dog. So yeah, dog. I haven't had to like make sure, dog. But it's moving. We're going back to the original venue where we had the first 8.
Okay, for real. Okay.
Yeah, we had the first 8 there at Mangrove at the time, but now it's Cheeky's, the lot. And one last time, we need to fill it up. You know, fill it up properly this time. Because that was where I had the first Street Fest. Yeah. Yeah. So original venue. Then we'll see for next year what the plan is for Street Fest. Yeah. You know, via how frequent I'm gonna do it, via which venues, via if we're gonna stay, you know, in Jersey. Yeah. Or if we're going, you know, nationally.
You were saying, you know, before we started this that you trying to, you know, branch out and do a couple. Is that still on the DL?
That's the plan. Nah,
can we talk about it?
We're gonna talk about it. We're going to Cape Town.
Yes,
this December, you know. And yeah, this is the first time I'm mentioning it, you know, but they'll probably know by the time it comes up. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah. It can be part of the rollout, maybe. Yeah. But we're taking the design to Cape Town. And it's going to be crazy. You know? That's all I'm going to say for now. I wanted to do a full tour. The plan was to go Joburg, Pretoria, Cape Town, Durban. This the whole December. But then funds, sponsors, that. Yeah. So let me just build it up some more till it's at a point where I can easily do that. For real. And maybe throughout next year, just move it around throughout the year. Go to Durban, go to like, you know, PTA.
Touch base.
I took Underground to PTA this year earlier, but now Street Fest needs to go that side. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the plan, bro. International way. We need to do different things. So Cape Town, 29 December. It's in Woodstock. I'll drop the location.
It's coming. The
lineup is gonna be crazy. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, Cape Town, December. That's where we at this December. Where we at. I know everyone from Jersey's there as well.
Oh, no, for real. It's that time now.
You know?
It's that time to tap in that side now.
Straight up. So we're going national now. Yeah, no more playing.
Okay. And at this level that you're at now, how do you go about like approaching these brands, and all these sponsors?
I have people that like kind of, reach out to some of them for me, but a lot of the context I've already made,
Okay.
So it's just about timing and all those things. But bro, I don't really have, like, for this coming weekend,
Yeah.
I don't really have no brands on board, The venue, Cheekies, they have some brands on board on their side. On their side and it helped me out because that's why I even decided to bring it back there, because it sorts certain things out.
For real.
So, but today or yesterday, I was actually on a call with Legends Barber, and we're gonna make it happen. So we'll be giving out free haircuts before 7 p.m.
Yeah.
We'll give out about 40 free haircuts before 7 p.m.
That's nice.
So
if you need a fresh fade, come tap in before 7 p.m.
Before 7, dog, and then you get to hear everyone's performances as well. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be shooting content, all types of things. Legends Barber, shout out Legends Barber, pulling up for me last minute, and hopefully in future we'll do like more planning and do it properly. It's all about planning, bro.
Yeah.
And contacts.
Yeah, for real.
Knowing who to talk to, making it make sense, all of that shit. So it's things that I'm still working on myself. That's why I haven't got like sponsors locked in. To change everything, I'll take it further. Bigger stages, bigger plan, bigger event.
The whole thing on a bigger scale, yeah.
But that's coming, bro. Right now, we're still doing it out the pocket.
We're building towards that.
Yeah.
Oh, straight out the pocket. That's
pretty
crazy.
much. I mean, out the pocket, and then from there, it's connections. Connections, creative currency, finding ways to compensate beyond financially.
Yeah.
Yeah. And connections with venues, connections with, ways to make it work. Yeah. Out the pocket, and one soon enough, and still on some street shit. That's how it's supposed to be, on some street shit.
That's
gotta pay for our shit and figure it out until they catch up. And when you're in the future, they have to catch up with you. Type shit, So even after 10 times, I'm still fighting. Though.
Yeah,
it's not as simple as we do 2 events by number 3, all the sponsors are. Nah.
Yeah. It might take some time.
It might take 10 times.
It might take 10 times.
I mean, like, I've had sponsors in the past, on and off. Like, maybe this Street Fest had that one, this one had that one. I'm not gonna name names and give too much promo, but I've worked with a lot of brands, and I just need to find the one that's gonna stick and just trust the vision and actually put the guap down
for real
to operate. But for now, it's me. I'm the one with the vision. I'm the only one that has that 720 vision that really sees what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So I need to make it clear for them, even more clear than I have already.
I feel you.
And I also did 10 undergrounds this year as well.
Yeah.
10 undergrounds, 10 street fests.
Did a lot.
We're moving.
For real.
7 projects released through 720 this year. Yeah.
That's motion.
That's motion. Everyone in the label dropped.
Yeah.
Everyone in the label performed.
Yeah.
Dropped videos, everything. Yeah. It's real motion.
And me, I expect you to come with some merch to give the boys, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see any plastic bags. I don't see no Street Fest bags.
If I was whipping, dog, I told you I was having car issues and shit. I had so much going on, dog. If I was whipping, it would have been here. Don't worry, I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to hook you up. Shit, I don't know, I didn't even think of that, dog. I have shit at home just sitting there. I'm going to hook you up.
Now we'll lock in.
And there's more things coming, dog. I need to make more merch, dog. I want to rebrand, After number 10, we're going to number 11, dog.
You feel me?
I was going to stop numbering it, but it's actually dope, I want to keep it because people
it shows also the progress,
the progress, and it's easy to remember. Like, yo, I was at number 7.
Exactly.
Which one did you go to?
Exactly.
I went to 4.
Imagine if it's just Street Fest. Which one? 20, 12 or something. Maglera's one. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. That's what's up, bro.
But the numbers keep the motion, and now I'm number 11 is gonna be in Cape Town.
Yeah,
lucky number 11.
That's what's up. You hear that?
Street Fest to Cape Town. Cape Town, yes, dog. I'm trying to take. It must be like a tour. I'm trying to bring artists that side, trying to figure it out, So now I'm planning with the branding, trying to get the sponsors involved so that we can actually make it happen properly. But even if they're not involved, we're gonna do it.
We still gonna do this thing.
Whether the sponsors are on board or not, we operate.
It's with you or without you, type of thing. Yeah,
fully, dog. It's the culture. We just gotta, and that's the thing in life. Just move. A lot of people say there's things stopping them. This is blocking my way. This, that, and everyone has that shit.
Everyone literally goes through that shit. Yeah, I feel you.
I'm a human as well. Remember, I'm telling you, I'm having car issues and shit like
literally, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some normal shit, some normal life shit. Yeah.
So dog. When it comes to like your passions and your drive and shit, no matter what's like in your way, just go around it, hop over it, break through it. Whatever you gotta do, But just know what you're trying to do
I feel you.
and pull it off. Whether you get support, no support, sometimes I feel like I don't get enough support. I don't get enough this. I don't get enough. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop.
For real.
I'm gonna keep going. Gonna drop the next project. Gonna drop the next event. Release the next artist through the label. Stay operating. Fully.
I really do feel like though you do have people in the game who really appreciate you because what you're doing is really like, like I said, pushing towards the evolution of the culture. You know what I'm saying? And speaking on that, I really wanted to have this conversation with you specifically, right? Yeah. So I'm not sure if you watched the 50 years of hip hop conversation that they had. They dropped that on YouTube with Bostogi T, A-Reece and them.
Yeah, I actually did.
You watched that, right?
Yeah.
So I want to know from your take, how do you feel about the state of hip hop right now and in the direction that it's moving?
I mean, obviously the loss of our giants, was tough for us as like a whole community, to be like, if like, Touchwood or, if like, or let me just say, I'm not going to drop names, but if the biggest Amapiano artist like would die now, like the ones supplying really for doing the youth, it'll be like, damn, who's going to come up next, it'll be a knock. Now imagine that one and that one and that one, you know what I mean? So we've got lots of losses, that we're all mourning and grieving, trying to get through it. And it also stops a lot of people from actually even getting opportunities. You know what I mean? A lot of people from their teams and people working with, like, a lot of opportunity lost for the culture to move forward, So now I feel like we've been in a state of like regaining that, but now, I mean, for me, I just kept going no matter what, obviously whatever like the situation, cause, and I guess throughout that period, because I kept going, that's what gained a lot of trust for my position in the game, is that I kept doing it consistently. But I think now things are finally at a point where it's like, every hip hop artist dropped this year.
For real.
Type shit. Yeah. It was a good year for hip hop. It wasn't a bad year.
It was a good year for hip hop. I won't lie. We had a couple of drops, you know what I'm saying?
And hip hop isn't just a song charting or whatever. Hip hop is like the clothes you wear, It's
a whole culture.
It's it's skateboarders, it's graffiti, it's breakdancing, it's DJing. So hip hop is the way you speak, the way you like carry yourself. If you're walking through town, you see that guy, I can already see, I can go talk to that brew and we can actually greet and chop it up. So, and if you look around, everyone looks like that now. 20 years ago, you walk to Brahm, you'll find one or two people. But now you go to Brahm, it's like,
that's the aesthetic there.
It's the culture. You know what I mean? So hip hop is a culture. It's beyond the music. It's a lifestyle. So the state of hip hop will always forever be cool. Be chilled because it's so many things, not just the music. So it's just now about, in the music side or even in the whole design from all departments, just creating that unity. And through things like events and podcasts,
all this shit are pushing right now,
shooting, documenting, all that thing, like that's what's gonna, like make the culture go even more crazy and bring out more superstars because the gates are open. It shouldn't be Amapiano versus hip hop, SA or whatever. Anyone can make whatever they want.
For real. You
don't know what's gonna break it internationally.
Exactly.
And right now, someone can go next week. Someone, even just now, someone new, it's always someone going crazy, like internationally from like piano or from whatever genres, like there's people in genres we don't even listen to doing amazing things.
That are doing crazy things.
So the gates are open. People are looking at South Africa. We're a crazy country.
We're really doing a lot right now. Especially this year, bro. This year been crazy. Like
exactly. So now I'm kind of just pushing my shit. And as I said, I didn't stop the whole time. And in terms of hip hop, I'm kind of just now going to be like, it's almost like I've been cooking it up. Now I'm just waiting to like dish it up, or waiting for whoever internationally to come like feast on it or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's that thing of being, because I've been going so hard at it consistently, I'm going to be first in line, when that time comes right. When we break out of this kind of like loop that we're in. But for the game, for the music, for the culture, things are on top, bro.
Yeah.
We just... something's gonna happen. Now it's just a matter of when. I'm not like stressed about like, oh shit, what's gonna happen in hip hop, dog? Like what?
So
we good.
You see the progression going well.
Hell yeah.
Is there anything that you think that that's missing? Anything that can be added to really, really push it to the next level?
I mean, like I said, bro, we lost so many people. So the OGs aren't like, bro, imagine Ricky Rick at Street Fest, AKA at Street Fest.
That's next level. Yeah, that's like
Costa
really
Tidge at Street Fest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of people. So even when I look at my events or my growth or anything, it's like, I can't fully blame myself or be like, damn, why isn't it working out? Or it's going to take longer.
I feel you.
I already understand that.
Yeah.
It's going to take like longer. It would have been further
Yeah.
if we had more people that can, you know.
Really do, yeah.
Because the people that do that thing, there's not a lot of them.
It's not a lot. And
You
we've
know,
lost
and we've
some
lost
of the
a
ones that do
lot.
that. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, at this point, I'm trying to work myself into the position to help other people come up. So I'm the person like in between, you know, helping people meet those people.
Yeah.
You know, but I also need someone
Yeah.
to help me.
It's a chain, bro.
So,
Like, it's really a chain.
I need someone to like teach me something
And
that's
be like,
gonna
yo, let
change
me
this
put you
whole
on.
design.
Yeah.
You know, I'm open to learn. That's why I did my whole degree. That's why I've, you know, I'm always a student to life. So if there's someone that can help me out, I'd even appreciate that. You know, as I help out others.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And that's how we progress, man.
So that's
the
what's
whole
missing.
culture.
If that's what you're asking, though, that is what's missing. More people that can, you know, like just
to sum it
uplift
up,
the youth. You know,
I feel you.
like I see Java bringing out La Cabra and Lo-Fi. I'm like, yeah, you know, yeah,
We need more of that shit.
more of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, shout out for that.
Yeah.
You know, but there's not many others I can think of
I feel you, though.
in terms of the OGs. Really, like besides for maybe Back to the City putting me on with the stage.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Blackie already does it similar to how I do it. You know,
Yeah.
he linked up with MSI, for example, or
Yeah.
or Kill Brady or Lil Nosebleed,
For
those
real.
guys. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
does that thing, and he's not an OG yet. I'm not an OG yet. We're
Yeah.
still on our way, kind
But
of.
niggas
to,
are
we
already
young.
Niggas
yeah.
are already doing these type of things.
We're already
uplifting
like
the
having
next.
to move like OGs because we have
Yeah.
to, because there's work to be
For
done.
real.
So that's what's missing. We need more OGs that are able. And I'm not coming for OGs on some, why aren't you doing it?
Yeah.
I'm saying who are able to.
Who are able,
You know,
and willing.
And willing
And
to,
willing,
you
yeah.
know, if it's on their agenda and have the power to actually, yo, look at this kid.
For real.
He's the guy. And, or even if it's just talking to him and saying, move like this, work
Yeah.
with that person, let me link you with that. Let me call my bro in LA.
Exactly.
Let me call DJ Khaled. You know,
Type of thing, you know,
like I
let me
need
put you
one of
on.
them
Let me put you
motherfuckers,
on.
you know,
Yeah.
like someone like, yo, you meant to be doing it like this. Yo,
Yeah.
let's call someone in LA. Let's link up with Sony in Miami. You know, that type of shit. So the gates are open though.
Yeah.
We've exported a sound. I'm a
feel you.
piano. You
We
know
really
what I mean?
have, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So SA is on the map. We heavy right now. So there's gonna be lanes for everything.
Yeah.
So find your lane, push it, go crazy in
Yeah.
it. Whether you got no one backing you or whether you got a lot of people. Some days I feel like I'm alone on this journey. You know what I mean? Because I am a lone wolf. You know,
Yeah.
I even pull up here one man. you know
Yeah,
what I'm
type of thing. I expected an entourage, all
Whole
like
team.
bouncer, photographer. This is
I move one man,
Yeah.
dog, you know, and host like pretty much one man. On the day we work teams and stuff, and I get some support here and there, you know, from people. But like, I wish I could delegate roles better. And I
Yeah.
wish I could, you know, figure out structure even better. But I'm so used to just operating one man,
I
just
feel you.
making the connection, working out, get that brand, you know,
Doing
hit
all
up the
these
graphic
roles.
designer,
Yeah.
hit up, you know, hit up the artist. Yo, what up, dog? You want to perform? Da, 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 you know what I mean? So, yeah, dog, I'm learning as well, and I'm trying to create the structures that can make it go crazy. I'm trying to find, like, I don't even have a manager. You know, I've never had a manager.
Yeah.
You know, 720. There's no like 720 team. We need to build that now.
Exactly.
Now we need to start hiring for 720. We need to
Because the
start-
foundation is laid now, you know what I'm saying? There's a
Yeah.
foundation, so you can only build on that.
Exactly. And now I got these foundations, exactly, lots of different cups, lots of different cups that need to be filled. And maybe one of these cups will just get filled and it can pour into each other. And structure is like aligning these cups on top of each other.
Yeah.
So that like at some point you pour in the top one, then it you know,
Everyone
flows into
gets-
each other.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm trying to do with all these different things. Like make them work with each other. Yeah.
I feel you, bro. That's a nice way.
That's
of
the
putting it.
720 vision.
That's the 720
You know?
vision.
Had
for
to have
real.
the conversation with myself to
Yeah,
figure it out.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your shit all ties in together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything just makes sense. It's pieces to a puzzle. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
And also, what I wanted to know, speaking of that, that 50 years conversation, Stogie T has stated there that he doesn't think that we have an SA hip hop classic album. How do you feel about that? What?
Of course we do.
Right?
Oh God, got a bunch. But I mean, that's
There's
his
a whole
opinion.
lot.
That's
It
his
is
opinion.
his opinion, but like,
You know, and he even said he included himself in that opinion and shit. Like, I'm like that. But I mean, I feel like like my album's gonna one day be a classic. You know what I mean? But when we look back, there's like albums like Levels, there's albums like Paradise, there's albums like A-Reece. I remember you said A-Reece. What do I think? What's also a classic out there?
Me, I put Tolofela on there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit. I feel we do have. I think the Cash Time album as well. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't think that aged well, but for the time, you know, that was. Really
I'm almost trying to think of like an album that you wouldn't expect. One of these new wave ones, dog. Like something new wave that's like also like a classic, you know. But it doesn't. But it's hard. It is hard to you know to name. But there's lots of classics, bro. You know. Also Ricky. You know. Ricky dropped a classic one, and he's the only like artist to have one album. Out.
That's actually crazy, bro.
You know?
That's actually crazy. Yeah.
Dog.
I feel you.
That's high level, dog. And that's a classic album.
I don't know if you remember the Scooby Snacks EP that he dropped.
Yeah, with like 30.
To me, that's kind of classic.
That's mixtape level, though. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
That was tough.
Dog, Ricky, he's someone that fought, you know. Ricky was fighting.
For real.
You know, at some point he saw how we can see the game now because he showed us that vision. But he saw it and he was like, fuck this shit, you know. Like, damn, I need to say something, dog. Exactly. I need to find ways to put people on.
Exactly.
Fuck it, I need to build my own thing, so I don't need anyone else telling me how to live my life, dog.
Yeah.
So that's gotta build your own shit so you can live your life how you want.
Exactly.
You wanna help people, if you wanna, you know, help yourself, however you trying to live your life, dog. You can make it work, you know, with your ventures. So I learned a lot from Ricky, bro. As I said, I wrote a thesis on him. You know, wrote a thesis on him. So yeah, dog. I've studied the game. Yeah. Through studying music, I also studied the game. Exactly. You know, studied business, studied all that shit through the process. Yeah. So now I'm just trying to execute.
Because you understand all these key components now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm done learning in a way. Even though I'll always be learning if someone's willing to teach me. Because a lot of people don't want to teach. You know, because they're scared you're gonna take their gigs or you're gonna eat their bread or whatever. Yeah. But if someone's willing enough to teach me, I always appreciate that shit. If I learn something, I'm like, damn, shout out. You taught me something. What the fuck? You know, even in music, some people don't wanna show you how they did that thing on their laptop. You know, you're like, how did you do that? And they're
don't worry about it.
Dog, I just EQ'd it, dog. Oh, dog, you'll see just now. I was like, yo, okay, shit. Damn, my bad. What it is. It's cool, chill. It's not that deep.
It's really not that deep.
But like, if someone's willing to teach, you know, and I also think of myself as a teacher at some point because I also have like youngins that I'm developing. Got young Durag, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he's a crazy producer. He's like 15 years old right now.
I didn't even know he produced. That's crazy.
He's a producer.
That's what's up.
And I met him because he won the underground beat battle, the first one, and he was 14. And he was beating 25-year-olds.
That's crazy, boy. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He got that F factor.
He was 14, dog. And thing is, he also like would go up to the speakers like,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, like yo, it's on fire, type shit. You know, and like so the crowd is going crazy. He's 14 at the time, so everyone kept voting for him as well. Exactly. And then I'm like, yo, if I mentor him and put him in the right lane, he can be set up for life early. Facts. You know what I mean? Facts. And teach him like not to be big headed and all that shit. You know what I mean? And I'm even teaching him piano, teaching like getting him placements. You know, linking up at the crib. He's been to like every street fest after that, every underground since he won. Yeah. If he wins a couple more times, he'll become a judge or some shit. You know
type of thing. You level up to a judge now.
Level up to a judge now. You know. But also underground, by the way, underground has the beat battle, has the open mic. Yeah. That's what we do, you know, and then there's the show with the headliner. And usually if you win the beat battle or the open mic, you get a song with the headliner.
For real, you know, that's what's up.
You get in the studio.
That's
you know, whatever happens in studio, it's an opportunity, you know. Yeah. Or in the studio with me, or maybe a music video, or different prizes every time, you know.
But it's something that can really help.
Something that can help.
Do something.
But I mean, I do wish I could get a sponsor involved that can say, yo, studio setup. Or for the winner thing, like real prizes. But for now,
we'll get there though.
We'll get there. For now, it's all about the culture, you know. Yeah. So we have open mics, so we hear a lot of people perform in the beat battle. I found so many producers, you know, just from the beat battle. And all the people that are there, that are producers here who goes crazy in the open mic. Now you work together. Producers are networking with artists, finding ways to operate. And yeah, dog. Yeah, so that's how I found Young Durag and a whole bunch more producers. And it's more ways to put on the youth, more ways to put on the underground, you know. So yeah, I'm trying. That was every month this year. We did that every month. Yeah. Yeah, so we hosted 10.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Like I really like the way you're moving, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you taking it upon yourself, and like you said, not on some big headed shit, but really caring for the culture and actually pushing this shit as much as you can.
Shout out.
You feel me? So
Yeah,
shout out for
gotta.
that, bro.
Nah, emotion, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So in that light, you know what I'm saying? We have Street Fest this coming weekend. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
Street
be
Fest. Make sure you get your tickets,
Make
man.
sure to
It's
get
a big
your
lineup.
tickets.
Street
Yes,
Fest
sir.
this weekend.
Make sure to check out all the projects my nigga done dropped under 4.
Yeah, 720.
720.
720. Don't worry, it's okay.
420, bro. I'm
420.
thinking.
You trying to get high after this? I don't want to light one up just now. Don't worry about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, the 720 way, and 720 because it's 360 times
I
2.
peeped that.
Yeah,
I
so and that
peeped
makes
that.
an infinity sign. You know what I'm saying?
Ahead of
And
this
also you
shit,
gotta
man.
check the circle twice. You know, gotta make sure there's no mistakes.
I hear that.
So
That's
yeah,
what's up.
it's the 720 vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, 720 records.
Any last words you want to give to the fans before we get out of here?
Man, I'm just push the same message that I've been pushing. Don't let none of this shit get in your way. Whether you got 1,000 followers or 100,000 followers or whatever.
Yeah.
Whether you got, you know, people supporting you, whether you got, you know, the means to even do it, just find ways to do your thing, you know, and pull up for the people around you. Actually, that's also another important thing. You got to pull up for other people too, you know, so they can pull up for you and vice versa. Pull up for other people, you know, go to shows, support your friends, support artists, you know, show love.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. More than anything, just push your vision. You know, this is my vision.
Yeah.
But everyone has their own vision.
Facts.
And my vision's open to everybody. You know, that's why it's not Benjamin, because that's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
I hear that.
You know, and when it's Benjamin, it's personal. It's about me. You know, so this is my vision, and how I'm pushing it. You can push your own, or you can come join mine. We all find ways to work together and help each other build. But that's the main thing, you know. Given the state of everything right now, we just got to build, bro.
Yeah.
Just got to do as much as we can. That's why I pulled up on you today.
For real. Appreciate you for
saying?
that, my G.
Because even though there's a lot going on, and like it's busy in it, but like pulled up because dog, I want to support you as well. Like you're pushing content out. I see you doing your thing.
And vice
it's important.
versa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out. It's very important to do this shit. And everyone's role is important. Even if you think you're not important, you're important, bro. Like you're important. You have a job here, you know, and you need to figure out what that job is and enjoy it and push it and go crazy. Find ways to enjoy it. But everyone's important. Each piece of this puzzle.
Yes, sir.
So and we out.
And that's the word.
The 720 way.
720 way, you know what I'm saying? We out this bitch, not Benjamin in the building.
out.
Lowk, and we are gone.
We gone.